Today is Tuesday, May 7th, and this is another update on my progress beating the S&P 500 along with the Ark Innovation ETF. I do make these videos every Tuesday and Sunday, so if you want to follow along, hit that subscribe button and let's get into it. The only position change that I've made is I sold out of my PSQ position, which was short the NASDAQ. Jerome Powell gave his speech last Wednesday and the market hasn't reacted that negatively to it yet. So I felt like with a 5.72% loss, it was probably time to cut ties with it. With selling this, all my positions are now long, so I'm not short the market at all. I closed out of my short position because overall the market's looking like it's gaining some strength. Right now the VIX is below the 5-day and the 15-day, which is always a good sign. And right now it's at the lowest level that it's been at for about a month and a half. So at this point it's looking like we're definitely not going to get as many rate cuts as were expected at the beginning of the year, but overall the market seemed to be shaking it off pretty well. On Friday for the SPY chart, the 5-day crossed above the 15-day moving average. For a bull market, this is exactly what you want to see, the price above the 5-day, which is above the 15-day. At this point, we're only about a half a percentage point away from getting back to this green trend line. And once we cross that and hold it for at least a couple of days, I think we're pretty much going to be off to the races. This is almost a full year chart for the SPY. It begins over here in January and it goes all the way until the beginning of November. But this just gives a better perspective of where we were going and kind of where we're at now. At the beginning of the year, it seemed like stocks couldn't go down for any reason at all. And if we had continued that trend right now, it would be all the way up here, which is obviously way too high. So I do think that this downturn was actually needed because nothing just goes up straight forever. So like I said earlier, as long as we can kind of cross over this over the next couple of days and maintain it, I think we're going to start trading in this range again, which is why I sold out of my short position. And I'm definitely going to be investing a lot of the cash that I have. These are currently all of my open positions. Right now, Nvidia, Amazon, and C3 AI are the only ones that are in the green. With selling out of the PSQ, right now, I only have 23.97% of my portfolio invested, with 76.03% sitting in cash. Right now, I only have 13 open positions. Generally, when I'm heavily invested, I like to have 15. I know that there's going to be at least one or two of these positions that ultimately gets closed out, but there's a few new ones that I'm going to open as well, so I should end up with around 15. Since last Wednesday, my portfolio went up 0.08%. The S&P 500 saw a gain of 3.02, and the Ark Innovation ETF had a gain of 4.81, which brings us year to date, my portfolio has a gain of 14.37. The S&P 500 is at a gain of 9.38, and the Ark Innovation ETF on the year has a loss of 9.80. That's all I got for today. I do make these videos every Tuesday and Sunday, so if you want to follow along, hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you on Sunday.